From Spillane Field in Wareham, Massachusetts, it's the first place Wareham Gatemen against the third place Orleans Firebirds tonight on a gorgeous night here in Wareham. Gabe, Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah, Karp. Wareham 10-8-1, first place in the West. Orleans Eastern Division, third place at 11-6-2. We'll get into this one a little quickly. Sorry for the late start here on the GBN Pregame Show. These two teams, Orleans has had Wareham's number this season. With the 2 wins in the doubleheader at Orleans, they tied here at Spillane Field. Wareham doesn't have a win against the Firebirds. They try to get their first here tonight.
Well, the games have been close. You mentioned those back-to-back shutouts, each by just a run. Each was 1-0 back in Orleans. Gatemen just couldn't tally any offense in either of those games. And then you have the tie dating back to the third game of the season. It was the first week of the season. One of those games, Ian Bedell pitched in Orleans, and it was one of the most remarkable performances we've seen from a pitcher this season, only topped by his third performance, the performance that came right after against Katuitt. But at Orleans, he went 5 deep, didn't give up a single run, only allowed 3 hits, walked 1, struck out 6. He followed that up by pitching 5 innings against Katuitt, didn't give up a single run, only allowed 1 hit, didn't walk a single batter, and struck out 4. Ian Bedell has been, without question, the best pitcher on this staff, and I'm excited to see him pitch today.
Best starting pitcher on this staff for the Gatemen thus far through the first, almost half of the year. Tomorrow will mark the first half, the end of the first half of this Cape Cod Baseball League season. We'll kind of recap last game now. We had July 4th off, the Gatemen did. And then July 3rd, it was a 7-5 victory against Bourne, a badly needed win for Wareham.
Well, they were riding a 2-game losing skid and a brief stretch in the season when they just couldn't tally any offense. Over 4 games, they managed 6 runs across a 4-game stretch. In this game, they got off to a hot start early. They managed 7 runs in the first 2 innings. 5 of them came in the first inning alone. Guys were hitting, but then the offense went completely silent in the next 6 innings for Wareham. That proved to be enough, but the pitching struggled late in the game. 6 different pitchers were used. They were helped out by tremendous defense, and because of that, there were 12 runners left on base for Bourne. They had their opportunities, just couldn't capitalize on most of their opportunities, and that proved to be the difference in the game.
Now let me ask you this. Obviously,
Sure.
7 runs for Wareham against Bourne, all in the first 2 innings, and then the bats went silent like we saw throughout that 4-game stretch. Do you consider what happened on the third, those 7 runs, snapping out of that slow stretch, or are you still concerned because after the 2nd inning Wareham didn't really do anything?
Well, keep in mind, 4 of those 7 runs came on the long ball. That's not the identity of this team. It hasn't been all season, and I don't think it will continue to be the identity of this team. It was the first home run hit from Matt Rudick, first home run hit from Cam Guangarena. 2 guys who aren't, or Matt Rudick's in the lineup tonight, but he's not a power hitter. So, yeah, he is in the lineup. He's batting 8th. He was batting leadoff. Braden Ward is a leadoff man tonight, as he's been for most of the season. So it's a different looking lineup than we saw, and there's really no answer right now. But this is a team we know is a good contact hitting team. A team we know can get on base. It's just a matter of stringing hits together.
And Wareham will hope to do that tonight. Okay, thanks for tuning into the GBN Pregame Show. We will now send it to Javik Blake, who talked to Jerry Weinstein before this game.
Thanks so much, guys. Welcome inside the Manager Show here on the Gatemen Baseball Network's pregame show. Javik Blake alongside Jerry Weinstein, the head coach of the Wareham Gatemen. Now, Jerry, yesterday was the first team-scheduled off day since June 25th. How nice of it was to have a full scheduled off day for the first time this year.
Very nice. Like I told you, 4th of July, and the old folks went to see a movie we saw yesterday, which was very good. You know, went to the gym, worked out, a little time at the beach and movie, and then watched a little baseball last night.
What game did you watch?
I was watching the Atlanta game, and I'm not even sure who they were playing, but they were hitting lots of balls out of the yard.
Well, nothing beats that. A great young team in Atlanta as well. But what's impressed you the most about this team this season, the Gatemen, going through the first half of the season? We're about halfway through the season, 20 games played so far.
Well, we have really good team chemistry, and we play the game right, and they play hard, and they practice with intent and prepare well.
Now, you're back to Wareham for the first time since 2017. What are you enjoying about your time back in Wareham?
Well, the players and people in Wareham, Andrew and Tom Gay and all the people here are just great to work with. And we've got tremendous help, good assistant coaches and good interns, really exceptional people.
Seems like you love the place here in Wareham. Back in the lineup tonight is Jacob Teeter, who's really been one of the hottest players in the roster after starting 0 for 10. He's gone on a complete tear. What's his progression been like over the summer?
Well, baseball is a game of averages. Things even out. You don't hit 300 every day, and you have peaks and valleys, and he's just on one of those peaks right now.
And he's enjoying quite the peak indeed. At one point, he was hitting 500 over his last few games. How do you prepare? Is there anything you do to help prepare a player mentally to kind of go with those ebbs and flows that go with baseball?
Well, just heighten their awareness, and these guys know what they're doing. They understand the parameters of this game. It's not like we have to tell them you're not going to get 3 hits every day.
Well, bunting and stealing are two things that seem to be dying from the big league game, but every night with you guys, it's like you kind of throw it back to the 1940s with the amount of bunting and stealing you guys do, which really makes it an interesting ball game. What's your philosophy behind playing sort of the National League or the small ball type of baseball?
Well, we play the type of baseball that best fits our talent level, and we have got some guys that can run and guys that can move the ball and not big impact bats, and so we have to do some of the little stuff to be successful.
Now, you have two guys at the top of the order. Most nights, Braden Ward and Darren Baker. Darren Baker, I think we've seen him bunt about or at least attempt every single at bat, and Braden Ward just a demon on the base paths. How well does that fit into what you guys are trying to do?
Well, it fits into what their skill set says they should do. That's part of their game. It's an important part of their game.
Now, going into the second half of the season, sort of looking forward to that, what in particular do you want the team to improve on over the second half?
Well, I think we just have to continue progressing at the same rate as we are right now, getting better with small increments every day, and we don't have anything specific, but continue to do the little things well.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Best of luck tonight. Let's send it back to Gabe and Jonah in the booth.
You're listening to the Gatemen Baseball Network, home of the defending champion Wareham Gatemen.
From Spillane Field in Wareham, Massachusetts, opening day, Cape Cod Baseball League.
Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Pleasure to be your eyes and ears for the broadcast.
Addison Van Patten here with manager Jerry Weinstein for the Manager's Show. And here with Brandon Fott. Now, Brandon, you got the win for tonight. It's an 80% chance of rain here in Wareham for the rest of the day, and the Gatemen have been forced to move inside to take BP in the cages.
Ground ball back up the middle, past the glove of Fetterman and into center field. Andrew Thomas comes home to score. Cam Guangarena right behind him, and Chad Stevens pulls in at first base with a 2-run single.
Hard ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center field. Rudick rounds third, he's coming home. Nits an RBI single for Cam Guangarena. Wareham leads 1-0.
Cut on and miss, strike 3.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Trent Palmer.
That ball is gone. Adrian Del Castillo breaks the game open with a 3-run jack. 11-5 Gatemen.
Slapped up the middle, a base hit into center field. Beaver scores easily. Antico rounding third. The throw to the plate is not in time.
Line drive over the head of the second baseman Olsen and into right field. Braden Ward comes home to score. Darren Baker pulls in at first with an RBI single, and it's 7-5 Wareham.
And the Gatemen win 5-0 here in Game 1 of the doubleheader.
And that'll do it. First 9-inning shutout for Wareham pitching this season. 6-0 the final score from Cotuit, Massachusetts.
Now, here are the voices of the Gatemen: Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi, and Addison Van Patten.
Welcome back to Spillane Field. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp. It's the 10-8-1 Wareham Gatemen tonight against the 11-6-2 Orleans Firebirds. First place in the West, Wareham. Third place in the East, Orleans. And Wareham will obviously be in the field first tonight at home. Orleans will hit first. We'll take you 1 through 9 throughout this Orleans Firebirds starting lineup. Jacob Hartebees leads it off for Orleans. He's been in the Cape this summer, but not with Orleans. This is his first game with the Firebirds and hasn't played for the Firebirds yet. 2 for 13 with the Harwich Mariners to start his summer before being released there and getting picked up by the Firebirds. Danny Soretti, the second baseman, bats second, a .273 hitter. Max Troiani, who's consistently been one of the top hitters in the Cape Cod Baseball League, he bats third. Matt Goodhart, the DH, 7 for 21 to begin his summer. He's in the cleanup spot. Raymond Gill, the first baseman, a .240 hitter, bats fifth. Eddie McCabe, the shortstop, hits sixth. Shea Whitcomb, the third baseman, batting seventh. David Avidia, very much a defensive catcher, just a 167 hitter. He hits eighth. And Zach Daniels, the Tennessee Volunteer, just a 179 hitter, bats ninth. First impression from this Orleans starting lineup tonight, it really tails off toward the end. After Raymond Gill, who's batting fifth and hitting .240, McCabe a .222 hitter, Whitcomb a 194 hitter, Avidia a 167 hitter, Daniels a 179 hitter. You gotta love that if you're Ian Bedell.
Well, this is not a very good hitting Orleans squad, and this is a team that strikes out a ton. They actually have struck out more than any other team in the CCBL this year. They rely heavily on their pitching, which we learned in that doubleheader in those back-to-back shutouts against Wareham a couple weekends ago. But the pitching staff has been consistently very good. It's why they're staying afloat in a tough Eastern Division.
In steps Jacob Hartebees. He bats from the left side against Ian Bedell, starting pitcher tonight for the Wareham Gatemen. Bedell, the Missouri Tiger, righty. First pitch to the lefty, high and in, 1-0. We're underway. 6:43 first pitch tonight here at Spillane Field. Ian Bedell's been the best starter for the Wareham Gatemen this season. 3 appearances, all 3 starts as the fastball misses high, 2-0. 14 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up just 7 hits, no runs, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts. The 2-0 bunt shown, and Hartebees takes a strike in the inside corner. 2-1. The 2-1 just misses low and away. 3 balls and a strike. Ian Bedell in those 3 starts earned a victory, 1-0. The other 2 no decisions. Of course, the ERA at 0, and opponents hit just 140 against him. Hartebees foul tips one back into the mid of Del Castillo, 3-2.
Hartebees is my player to watch. Guy who walks a ton, doesn't strike out a lot, and when he gets on base, always a threat to run.
The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball on the outside half of the plate. Ian Bedell battles back from a 3-1 count and strikes out Hartebees. First strikeout of the night brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. And that'll bring up Danny Soretti for Orleans. Soretti also a lefty out of North Carolina, rising sophomore. First pitch. Flared out into left, slicing down the left field line. Antico chases, dives, and that ball is caught. What a catch by Mike Antico out in left. Barely got his glove out there. 2 away here in the first. Excuse me, that is Toro Tsuka out in left field tonight for Wareham, who made that catch. Antico DHing tonight, I apologize, and in steps Max Troiani. First pitch, swing and a miss on a curveball from Bedell, 0-1. Let's take you around this Wareham diamond. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on another breaking ball, 0-2. Beaver and Sems at third and short on the left side. Matt McClain and Jacob Teeter at second base and first base on the right side. Adrian Del Castillo, the battery mate of Ian Bedell. Toro Tsuka in left, Braden Ward in center, Matt Rudick in right. 0-2 fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. Troiani didn't swing the bats. 2 strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down for Ian Bedell, and another strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 3 up, 3 down for Bedell. We head to the bottom of the first. We'll be right back on GBN.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout, the 99. Always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
Braden Ward, Matt McLean, Jacob Teeter, 1-2-3 hitters for the Gatemen. Due up here in the bottom of the first, Owen Schartz, the starting pitcher for the Firebirds tonight. And let's give you the starting 9 for the Wareham Gatemen tonight. Ward, McLean, Teeter, Adrian Del Castillo, the Miami Hurricane in the cleanup spot. Dallas Beaver bats fifth tonight, a .310 hitter in his first week and a half with the Gatemen. First pitch to the lefty Ward on the outside corner for strike one. Mike Antico DHing tonight, hitting sixth. Benjamin Sems, the Kansas Jayhawk, a .341 hitter, which is currently the best on the Wareham Gatemen team. As Ward fouls off the 0-1 pitch, 0-2. Matthew Rudick hits eighth, .224 hitter for the Gatemen. And Toro Tsuka rounds it out in the 9-hole tonight for the Gatemen. Owen Schartz, the 6'2", 185-pound righty from Nevada. And the 0-2 is sliced out into center, a base hit for Braden Ward. An 0-2 single for Ward to lead off the bottom of the first, and that'll bring up Matt McLean. And Ward takes off for second, and he is safe at second base. So it's going to be a double for Braden Ward. And in steps Matt McLean.
Great heads-up base running. Fastest player on the team, making something out of, well, something more out of what was already something.
Now Matt McLean steps in from the right side. First pitch. It hit him on the front shoulder, high and in. Not the start Owen Schartz was looking for. Ward stretches a single into a double, and then Schartz hits McLean. Jacob Teeter to the plate, first and second, nobody down.
That pitch that Braden Ward fisted into straightaway center field for the single that was turned into a double, that was also a pitch that was on the inside corner.
Jacob Teeter bats from the left side. First pitch, line drive, base hit left field. Troiani gloves out and left. Ward puts the brakes on at third. That ball was very hard hit to Troiani, so Ward doesn't have a chance to test his arm. And it's bases loaded with nobody down for Adrian Del Castillo.
That was a pitch on the outside corner that was just taken the other way. Now, you could have predicted that after pitching one inside and then one that ended up hitting Matt McLean. You could have figured that Schartz maybe wanted to go outside, and well, good prediction from Teeter.
First pitch to the lefty Del Castillo. Down low for ball one. This is Del Castillo's first at-bat with the bases loaded this summer. The Miami Hurricane has been very strong in the middle of the Gatemen lineup, a .302 hitter. The 1-0 popped up foul out of play in the left field line, 1-1. Del Castillo has reached in 13 of 14 games played this summer for Wareham and has a hit in 12 of 14 games. The 1-1. Popped up into fairly deep left. Ranging back is Daniels. Does it have enough? It does! Touch 'em all, Adrian Del Castillo. A grand slam here in the first. And it's 4-0 Gatemen. RBIs number 7, 8, 9, and 10 for Del Castillo. His third bomb of the summer. 4-0 Gatemen early in a home run brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil.
Adrian Del Castillo has as much power as anybody on this team.
Dallas Beaver takes a strike in the outside corner, 0-1.
But I like the call, Gabe, that you said initially it was popped up, and it was. It just kept carrying.
The 0-1 to Beaver misses low and outside, 1-1.
The wind's blowing out a little bit, but off the bat, that didn't look like it was going out of here.
The 1-1 to Beaver. Fouled off, back into the caging behind home plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Beaver a .310 hitter this summer for Wareham, 9 for 29. The 1-2 flared foul out of play on the left field line. We'll do it all over again. The 1-2 in the dirt. Count evens up 2-2. Beaver at third base tonight for Wareham. We've seen him play all over. 2-2 grounded softly towards Soretti at second base. Scoops throws to first in time, 1 away. Let's take you around the diamond for Orleans tonight. Shea Whitcomb over at third base, Eddie McCabe at shortstop. Danny Soretti at second base, Raymond Gill over at first. David Avidia behind the plate. In the outfield, Max Troiani, Jacob Hartebees, Zach Daniels from left to right in the outfield grass. First pitch, blooped out into shallow center by Antico. Hartebees, comes on and makes the catch. 2 away here in the first. And that'll bring up Benjamin Sems.
The shortstop, number 12, Benjamin Sems.
Sems a .341 hitter for Wareham this summer. Steps in from the left side. First pitch. Off speed on the outside corner. Strike 1. Ooh, looked a little high. Home plate umpire Renato Cockrum making the call. The 0-1. Hard line drive, 1 hop to Soretti. Scoops and throws to first in time. So, after a double, a hit by a pitch, a single, and then the grand slam from Adrian Del Castillo, Schartz gets in a little bit of a rhythm. 3 straight outs from there. But 4 runs on 3 hits for the Gatemen in the first inning. A grand slam from Adrian Del Castillo. And we head to the top of the second. We'll be right back on GBN. Baseball Factory, which has proudly supported the Cape League for 20-plus seasons, conducts baseball training, tournaments, and showcases at over 1,000 events nationwide, providing players with world-class instruction and help with college recruiting. The Baseball Factory program leads to future success both on and off the field for players in both middle school and high school. It's never too early to start. Learn more at baseballfactory.com.
For a nostalgic Cape Cod vacation experience, head to Bay Motor Inn, where guests are treated like family. Located in the heart of Buzzards Bay Village, this 1950-style cottage colony still provides you with up-to-date amenities. The Gatemen thank the Bay Motor Inn for their support.
The Bay Point Golf Club offers a unique collection of 18 championship golf holes, a beautiful banquet facility, and a clubhouse that has a fully stocked pro shop. The Bay Point Grill is a perfect place to grab a meal or watch a game. The course is located off Onset Avenue in Buzzards Bay. The Gatemen thank you for your support. To the top of the second we go here at Spillane Field. First pitch from Ian Bedell misses low and in, 1-0 to Matt Goodhart. 4-0 the Wareham lead. Fireworks to start this one right after 4th of July. Grand slam from Adrian Del Castillo to give the Gatemen a 4-0 lead early. Swing and a miss, 1-1 to Matt Goodhart on an off-speed pitch from Bedell. Raymond Gill, Eddie McCabe due up behind Goodhart, 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Firebirds here in the second. 1-1 fastball paints the outside corner, 1-2. Goodhart 7 for 21 to begin his summer with Orleans. 1-2 misses outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rising junior at Arkansas is Goodhart. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Good off-speed pitch from Bedell. That's now 3 strikeouts in 4 batters for Ian Bedell. And another K brought to you by Lang, Exafarce, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. First pitch to the lefty Raymond Gill, flared foul out of play. Down the third base line, 0-1.
Bedell works quickly, he works efficiently, and his stuff is filthy. Dominance.
The 0-1. Just misses off the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned Ronaldo Cockrum, the home plate umpire tonight. David Vivieros is the first base umpire. Mike Hinojosa over at third. The 0-1 breaking ball, 1-1 breaking ball, catches the outside corner, 1-2. The 1-2 from Bedell, up high. Count evens up, 2-2. Couple Miami Hurricanes right at home plate. Adrian Del Castillo, the catcher. Raymond Gill, a Hurricane as well. The 2-2 pitch, popped him up, shallow left, down the line. Otsuka trying to find it and does. Makes the catch over his left shoulder, 2 away. 5 up, 5 down for Bedell to start this game, and in steps Eddie McCabe. First pitch from the righty Bedell. Catches the outside corner, 0-1. McCabe, rising junior at Georgetown, had a heck of a season in the spring as he foul tips that one off the glove of Del Castillo, 0-2. 345 hitter for the Hoyas. 70 hits. Not much power, 7 doubles, 5 home runs. The 0-2, down low in the dirt, 1 ball and 2 strikes. McCabe just a .222 hitter this summer. 1-2, same pitch in the dirt. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bedell, the Missouri Tiger, loves to work quickly. Rocks and fires the 2-2 pitch. Hard ground ball left side through the hole into left field for a base hit. First base runner of the night for Orleans, and in steps Shea Whitcomb.
And even that hit kind of speaks volumes about how dominant Ian Bedell has been. The first hit of the game off him just kind of sneaks through the infield. Perfect spot at the perfect time.
Bedell sets on the first base side of the rubber. First pitch, line drive foul on the first base line, 0-1. Shea Whitcomb, a 194 hitter, just 6 for 31 in the first half of this season. Rising junior at UC San Diego. The 0-1. Breaking ball catches the outside edge, 0-2. Real quick, we apologize for no video on YouTube tonight. Having some technical difficulties. If you're in the Wareham area, tune into the game on WCTV. Bedell sets a deep breath, the 0-2. Popped him up, right field. Will it get out of play? It will. Teeter gave it a look, but jogs back to first base. Count stays 0-2. Whitcomb had his best season of his collegiate career as a sophomore this past season at Division II's UC San Diego. Was an honorable mention All-American as he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, he did. Ball gets past Del Castillo. He bare hands throws to first in time. Wow. Shea Whitcomb didn't realize the ball got past Adrian Del Castillo, or else he probably would have beat out the drop third strike. Instead, it's strikeout number 4 for Ian Bedell, and that'll be the end of the top of the second. No runs on one hit, one left aboard for Orleans in the top of the second. Wareham, a 4-0 lead as we head to the bottom half of the second inning. We'll be right back on GBN.
One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is the leading provider of healthcare services for residents and visitors of Cape Cod with 2 acute care hospitals and more than 450 physicians. For more information, please visit capecodhealth.org. Cape Cod Healthcare. Expert physicians, quality hospitals, superior care.
Located in Wareham Crossing, Coastal Orthodontics knows the importance of a healthy smile. Dr. Kevin Oliveira and his team at Coastal Orthodontics are a patient-focused practice, delivering professional, effective orthodontic treatment based on the individual clinical needs of each patient, resulting in beautiful smiles in a timely manner. With 10 years of experience using Invisalign, Coastal Orthodontics uses the most up-to-date dental equipment. Matthew Rudick, Toro Otsuka, Braden Ward. 8-9-1 hitters due up for the Gatemen here in the bottom of the second. 4-0. The Gatemen lead over the Firebirds after Adrian Del Castillo sent a grand slam over the right center field wall in the first inning. First pitch to the lefty Rudick, right down Main Street for strike 1. Owen Schartz is back out there after the rough first inning. Again, Schartz came in a fantastic pitcher for the Firebirds in his first 3 appearances this summer. 0-1 flare down the line in left. Troiani ranges back, makes the catch right above the bill of his cap. 1 away here in the second. And that'll bring up Toro Otsuka. Didn't really get to go into Schartz too much in the first inning because it was just hit after hit, quick hits for the Gatemen in the bottom of the first. But Schartz picked up his first victory of the season, June 29th at Harwich in his last appearance. Through his three appearances, 2 starts, 10 2/3 innings pitched. Just 3 walks, 8 strikeouts as Otsuka lines one into right, a base hits. 1 out single for Toro Otsuka, who stays hot. He's now 11 for 34 this summer. And that'll bring up the Washington Husky, Braden Ward. But again, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts for Schartz. The big numbers, just 1 earned run. 2 runs allowed, 1 earned in 10 2/3 innings for a 0.75 ERA. Opponents only hit 146 against the righty from Nevada. First pitch to Braden Ward. Shows bunt, lays it down the first base line. Schartz bare hands, throws to first, not in time. It's a bunt single for Braden Ward. Otsuka advances to second. And that'll bring up Matt McLean.
What hustle from Braden Ward. It was a good bunt, but Schartz was there. It was only about a half stride difference between an out and a single.
That's the 4th multi-hit game of the season now for Ward, who's 2 for 2 to begin this ball game. First pitch to the righty McLean. Low and away. Good block from Avidia to prevent the runners from advancing. 1 ball and no strikes to McLean, who was hit by a pitch his first time up. McLean trying to snap out of a slump. He's hitless in his last 4 games. Schartz sets. Checks second, now the 1-0. Misses low and away, 2-0. 0 for 13. his last 4 games as Matt McLean, he's reached once on a walk. Polar opposite from what he was in his first 6 games with the Gatemen. 7 for 22 is what he was in that stretch. The 2-0 misses way low and away. 3 balls and no strikes. McLean went through a stretch where he had 3 straight multi-hit games, June 24th, 6th, and 8th, against Hyannis, Brewster, and Chatham. The 3-0, way outside, ball 4. Schartz loads the bases once again, and that'll bring up Jacob Teeter. There is action in the Orleans bullpen. We can't quite see who it is from here. And in steps Jacob Teeter from the left side. Teeter with the bases loaded this season, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Rests his bat on his back shoulder. First pitch. Popped up foul. Out of play behind home plate, 0-1. Teeter singled right before Del Castillo's grand slam in the first inning. The 0-1 from Schartz. Hard ground ball, right side, a base hit into right field. Otsuka scores easily. Ward coming around. He scores standing up. And it's a 2 RBI single for Jacob Teeter. RBI's number 11 in 12 on the season. And it's 6-0 Gatemen here in the second.
Well, Gabe, you asked me before the game, should I be worried about the offense or lack of production from the offense that we've seen over the last week or so? And my response was no, because you look up and down this order, 1 through 9. There are guys in every single spot that you trust to hit the baseball and get on base. Not so much power, but contact hitters. Jacob Teeter, one of the best at making contact. Has been all season, comes through again.
In steps Adrian Del Castillo. First pitch to him. Low and inside, 1-0. Del Castillo, his 3rd home run of the season. The grand slam in the first inning. RBI 7, 8, 9, and 10. The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0. 6-0 the Gatemen lead. McLean on 3rd, Teeter on 1st. 1 down here in the second. Schartz sets on the first base side of the rubber. The 2-0. Popped him up, foul. Out of play on the third base line, 2-1. Del Castillo with runners in scoring position this season, 4 for 11 with 5 RBIs. The 2-1 from Schartz. Fouled off behind home plate into the caging. 2-2. Del Castillo with the grand slam in the first inning, now a hit in 4 straight games. The 2-2, breaking ball fouled off the foot of the catcher Avidia. Home plate umpire Renato Cockrum going to give Avidia a little bit of time. Count stays 2-2. Got to think, how long will Orleans let Schartz go? Maybe just trying to get him through the second inning?
He's only at 30 pitches.
Again, it's been quick hits early in the count for Wareham tonight. 2-2 to Del Castillo. Ripped foul. Out of play on the left field line. 2-2. Del Castillo now 17 for 54 this summer. He's been hot as he rips that one to right center field, and it lands right in front of Hardabees. McLean scores easily. It's an RBI single for Adrian Del Castillo, who's now 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs tonight. And it's 7-0 Gatemen here in the second. What a way to start this ball game for Wareham. Exactly what we saw against Bourne 2 nights ago before the off night. Wareham had 7 runs in the first 2 innings of that game as well. Adrian Del Castillo's 5th multi-hit game of the year.
This has to be it.
We get a mound visit. Catcher Avidia comes out to talk to Sharts. So does pitching coach Matt Trupp.
I mean, your starting pitcher is only at 33 pitches through an inning and a third, which isn't a ridiculous amount, but he's given up 7 runs. And he's only allowed 1 out. And it just seems like everyone's seeing the ball well tonight.
They're going to leave him in there. No pitching change quite yet.
I think to your point, Gabe, they're going to let him at least try to finish off this inning.
Dallas Beaver steps in. The next 3, 5, 6, and 7 in the Gatemen order all did not get hits in the first inning. After the grand slam, Beaver, Antico, and Sems were all retired. First pitch to Beaver, low in the dirt, 1-0. Maybe that's part of the strategy too. Hey, you already took care of these guys once, do it again, and then we'll get you out of there. It's a 7-0 lead for the Gatemen here in the second. The 1-0. Hard hit into left center field. Troiani ranges back, and that ball's going to roll all the way to the wall. Teeter scores easily. Del Castillo heading to the plate. The throw from McCabe is way off down the first base line, and it's a 2 RBI double for Dallas Beaver. His second double of the season, RBIs number 4 and 5 on the year for Beaver, and it's 9-0 Gatemen here in the second.
After getting that first out, it's been single, single, walk, single, single, double. I know you want to save your arms in the bullpen, but 9 runs across in an inning and a third.
First pitch to the lefty, Mike Antico. Breaking ball low, 1-0. What a couple innings for Wareham. The best offense in the league is shown up once again.
Against the best pitching in the league.
(1-0) to Mike Antico, down low.
And what a response from the back-to-back shutouts. Just completely looked overpowered in those 2 games.
Again, that was back on June 23rd, about 2 weeks ago. 2-0, low and away, 3-0 to Antico, where Orleans completely shut out Wareham. 14 innings of baseball. Wareham didn't get a run. Orleans, a 3.06 ERA as a team, is the best in the league against the best hitting team in the league in the Gatemen, as Antico takes the 3-0 pitch low, ball 4. And it's now first and second with 1 out for the Gatemen. And that'll bring up Benjamin Sems. Dawson McCarville is warming up in the bullpen for Orleans. Just to finish the point, Wareham hitting .278 as a team. That's the best in the Cape Cod Baseball League. First pitch to the lefty, Sems. Misses high at the chin, 1-0.
That batting average has gone down over the last 4 or 5 games. They were hitting above .290 at one point.
.291 was, I believe, the highest it got. The 1-0 to Sems. Fouled off down the third base line. 1-1. 4 runs on 3 hits in the first inning. And now 5 runs on 5 hits here in the second, along with 2 walks. Shart sets on the first base side of the rubber. The 1-1 delivery. Sliced foul out of play. down the left field line, 1-2. That was pitch number 42 for Schartz, who again allowed just one earned run in his first 10 2/3 innings pitched this summer. The 1-2 to Sems. Hard ground ball right side. Soretti scoops, flips to second for one, over to first in time. 4-6-3 double play gets Schartz out of the inning. But not before the Gatemen put up 5. 9-0 Wareham. We head to the third. We'll be right back on GBN.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. Classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil, another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
We head to the top of the third here at Spillane Field. What a couple innings for the Gatemen. 9 runs in the first 2 innings, and it's a 9-0 lead for Wareham. Before we get going here in the third, let's send it to our beat reporter, Ryan LeMay, who's on the field.
Adrian Del Castillo hit a grand slam in the first inning and has been very consistent, reaching base in 13 out of 14 games for the Gatemen, and has 3 home runs this summer. Keep an eye on him for the rest of this game.
Thanks, Ryan. The 0-1 pitch skied into shallow right. Rudick ranges in, calls no, it's going to be the second baseman, McLean, who calls everybody off. 1 down here in the third. That was David Avidia, who flies out to McLean. Zach Daniels steps up now. Jacob Hartebees. The 3-2 up for Orleans here in the third. And Zach Daniels, the 9-hole hitter, trying to get something going here for Orleans. Daniels, the Tennessee Volunteer. First pitch to him. Swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-1.
That was the best 2 innings of baseball we've seen out of this team all season. And loop Bedell in there in that conversation as well.
Exactly. With Bedell on the mound and the way Wareham hit the ball in these first 2 innings. The 0-1. Oh, time call by Daniels as Bedell was in his motion. So now Bedell sets. Brings home the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball down low. 0-2. He's got Daniels thinking. Zach Daniels was jumping on fastball all the way there. Tried to check his swing, but he was all the way around as the ball hit the dirt. The 0-2 from Bedell. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3. Got him looking. 5 strikeouts in the first 9 tonight for Ian Bedell. And the K brought to you by Lang, Exafaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. And that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Jacob Hartebees. So the first time through this order, it was just 1 hit for Orleans. As Hartebees grounds one slowly to Teeter at first. He bobbles it, but picks it up and steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down, go the Firebirds in the third. Ian Bedell is rolling just like he has all season long. We head to the bottom of the third. 9-0, the Gatemen lead. We'll be right back on GBN.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
Come as you are, sit down, and relax at the deck of the Gateway Tavern. Enjoy the view while exploring their extensive food and drink menus for the ideal Cape Cod dining experience. Gateway Tavern, the official helmet sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen.
Joanne Stevenson and William Ravis Real Estate, a double play when it comes to selling or buying a home. With 19 years of experience in residential real estate and ranked #1 globally, they are sure to help you with all of your hopes and dreams. William Ravis Real Estate, the official real estate company for the Boston Red Sox, and Joanne Stevenson, your hometown agent, proudly support the Wareham Gatemen. Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
The law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exafaris & Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com. We head to the bottom of the third here at Spillane Field. 9-0, the Gatemen lead over Orleans. Matthew Rudick leads off the third for the Gatemen. New pitcher in for the Firebirds. Dawson McCarville is the new man. First pitch to Rudick right down Main Street, 0-1. McCarville played his college ball this past season at Glendale Community College. He'll be transferring to Grand Canyon University. And the 0-1 to Rudick. Hard hit into right, but not quite deep enough. Daniels has room, makes the catch right above the bill of his cap. One away. What did McCarville do at Glendale this season, my friend?
The earned run average is .306, 60 strikeouts in 82 innings pitched. Win-loss record of 5 wins, 2 losses. Started 3 games, made 14 appearances.
And if the name sounds a little familiar, he did pitch against Wareham back on June 23rd. First pitch to the lefty Otsuka, misses low, 1-0. Part of that doubleheader day, the 1-0 victories for Orleans. Each game was 1-0. An inning and a third pitched that day against Wareham, only gave up 1 hit. Otsuka takes a ball high and tight, 2-0. No runs, no walks, no Ks. Just a smooth inning and a third for McCarville against Wareham that day. Otsuka 1 for 1 today. Singled in the second inning. The 2-0 delivery. Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Otsuka has quietly been a fantastic bat at the bottom of the order for the Gatemen as he gazes at a ball low and in. 3-1. He has a hit in now with the single in the second inning. 6 straight games. He did make an appearance against Chatham where he played the field, but he didn't get an at-bat in that game. So 6 straight games with an at-bat. 3-1 flared foul. 3-2. He's now 11 for 31, hitting near .350. And in the 5-game stretch before this game, the 5 straight games with a hit, .375 hitter with 2 walks and no strikeouts. The 3-2. Misses outside, ball 4. He's such a patient hitter. 1-out walk here in the 3rd. And in steps Braden Ward.
It helps that the strike zone isn't too big when he's at the plate. But he's a great contact hitter.
He's listed at 5'10".
Take the under?
I'll take the under. Get Vegas on that. Braden Ward steps in from the left side. First pitch to the Washington Husky. Low and in, 1-0. Seems like everybody's reached base twice already for the Gatemen. Ward doubled in the first, singled in the second. He's 2 for 2. The 1-0 from McCarville. Ward watches a ball inside, 2-0. And Braden Ward needed a night like this after an 0 for 5 performance at YD. His last time out, July 2nd. He pinch ran July 3rd against Bourne before the off day yesterday, but got the day off for the most part. 2-0 hammered out into deep right field, way back and gone. Braden Ward, his second home run of the summer. And it's 11-0 here in the 3rd. Ward touches home. He's 3 for 3, a triple away from the cycle. He's got RBIs number 10 and 11 on the season. And the Gatemen just keep on rolling. 11-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. And the home run brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. First pitch to Matt McLean at the knees for a strike. The 0-1 to McLean. Swing and a miss on a curveball down low, 0-2. McLean hit by a pitch in the first inning, walked in the second. Hasn't had to do much. 4-pitch walk in the second inning. 0-2, low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And now McLean hammers the 1-2 out to deep right center, and that ball rolls all the way to the wall. Matt McLean strides into second with a 1-out double. His second double of the summer. Still only 1 out, and in steps Jacob Teeter.
Well, I'm sure McCarville didn't get all the warming up he needed with the short leash on Sharks today. But just every Gateman hitter locked in from the get-go.
And McLean ends an 0 for 13 stretch at the plate. First pitch to the lefty Teeter. Low in the dirt, 1-0.
Only Mike Antico, or excuse me, only Benjamin Sims and Matt Rudick, the 2 Gatemen to not get on base yet.
Teeter 2 for 2, 2 singles. The second one was a 2 RBI single in the second inning. The 1-0, low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Teeter, and this hasn't helped either. Orleans pitchers, Sharts and now McCarville, have constantly been behind in the count. The 2-0 pitch. Hard ground ball straight to the first baseman, Gill, who scoops and touches the bag. 2 away here in the 3rd. McLean moves up 90 feet to third base. That'll bring up Adrian Del Castillo. Del Castillo, the grand slam in the first inning. The RBI single in the second. 5 RBIs tonight already for the Miami Hurricane, who takes the ball low. With runners in scoring position in 2 outs this season, Del Castillo is 2 for 6 with 2 RBIs. As he smacks that one foul on the first base line, 1-1. cleanup hitter tonight for Wareham. The 1-1 to Del Castillo. Low and away. 2 balls and a strike. McCarville trying to get out of the inning. The 2-1 pitch. And Del Castillo sends a hard ground ball. Diving stop made by Gill. Tosses to first in time. Well, one Miami Hurricane robs the other Miami Hurricane of an RBI single here in the third, but the Wareham Gatemen tack on 2 more to make it 11-0. We head to the fourth. Jonah Karp will have your play-by-play when we come back on GBN.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance needs. We have the bundle discounts, the accident forgiveness, the vanishing deductible, no loss, etc. But unlike those gimmick companies, we can quote you with multiple carriers. So forget the lizard and price tool and come talk to a professional. We'll help you find what's right for you.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
Get Gatemen gear. Check out the latest styles and colors of your favorite Gatemen apparel. Also in stock, a large selection of Cape League items, including tickets to the All-Star Game. Test your pitching speed and pick up a souvenir ball, all at our merchandise booth.
Welcome back to GBN. How's your night going? It's going pretty well for the Wareham Gatemen. 11-0 over the Orleans Firebirds. This is coming off when they got shut out in back-to-back games in a doubleheader. You go back a couple weekends ago. Each of those games finished 1-0. That was in Orleans. That was a hot Sunday evening. This is a hot Friday evening. Just one game. But the bat's hot so far for the Gatemen. 11-0. My goodness. First pitch from Ian Bedell is hit on the ground right side of the infield. Scooped up by Teeter, the first baseman, playing off the bag. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 pitch and 1 out to retire Danny Soretti. Soretti now 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Jonah Karp and Gabe Genovesi with you. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us on GBN. Nobody on base, top of the fourth. Max Troiani, the new batter, swings through a breaking ball, 0-1. Troiani's 0 for 1. He struck out back in the first inning. 1 of 5 strikeouts on the night for Ian Bedell. Breaking ball. Over the outside corner, Bedell locked in, 0-2. Nobody on base, 1 away. Troiani struck out looking to end a 1-2-3 first. The 0-2 from Bedell. Taken downstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bedell had a 1-2-3 first inning, a 1-2-3 third inning. He's only faced 1 over the minimum. The 1-2. Line drive, a little blooper that Teeter catches. Drifting over to his right, it stays in the infield. 2 away. Jacob Teeter was playing off the first base line, and that ball stayed in the air for a little bit longer than anticipated, and Teeter made an easy catch. First pitch taken low and away, 1 ball, no strikes to Matt Goodhart.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Teeter caught that ball over where McLean was playing.
Bedell working quickly, swung on and missed, 1-1.
McLean was back on the grass, and Wareham catches a break that Teeter was shading towards second base.
The 1-1 from Bedell. Rolled down the first base line. That's a fair ball. Teeter has himself a 1-2-3 inning. Picks it up, steps on the first base bag. Teeter retires all 3. And Ian Bedell retires all 3. 3 of the 4 innings, 1-2-3 for Ian Bedell. Boy, he's rolling, and the Gatemen are rolling. They're leading 11-0. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We're through 3 innings.
That's the best deal in town and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name? analyze your stats and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier two-year maritime college.
Dallas Beaver, Mike Antico, Benjamin Sems, the 3 due up. 11-0 Gatemen. First pitch. Over the inside corner, 0-1 to Beaver. Beaver 1 for 2. Every Gateman has reached base except for Benjamin Sems and Matt Rudick, a combined 0 for 4. The pitch from McCarville, lifted in the air, straightaway center field, chasing Hurutby's back, and he looks up at 1, hops the wall. Picks it up on the hop, tosses it back into short, and Beaver has himself a double to lead off the 4th. Runner at second base. Mike Antico, the new batter.
Hardaby's just couldn't get to it out in center. That ball kept carrying and carrying, and 1 hopped near the 412 sign out in left center. Beaver has crushed a couple of doubles out to left center field.
Mike Antico 0 for 1. He reached base on a walk. First pitch. Catches the inside corner, 0-1. Dawson McCarville working his second straight inning. He was drafted in the 30th round of the 2019 MLB draft by the Pirates. Taken inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Transferring to Grand Canyon University after pitching at Glendale Community College this season. Beaver off of second base. McCarville checks the runner, kicks, delivers, pitch, waved at and missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. GCU and Orleans have themselves a nice connection. Former GCU pitcher Jake Wong played for the Firebirds in 2017. He was drafted in the 3rd round by the Giants. 1-2 the count. The pitch. Chopped over the mound. It's picked out of the air by McCarville. He tosses over to first and makes the easy play to retire Mike Antico as Beaver moves over to 3rd. 1 away. Nifty pickup by McCarville for the first out.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see if that got up the middle for a base hit or not. Antico can't seem to buy a hit lately, but Beaver moves up 90 feet and Sems has an RBI opportunity.
Benjamin Sems has yet to reach tonight. 2 ground outs. Second one was a double play. Runner on 3rd, 1 away, bottom of the 4th. Lifts this one foul out of play, 0-1. Benjamin Sems 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Matt Rudick 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Rudick in the on-deck circle. Beaver off of 3rd. Led off the inning with a double. The pitch from McCarville. Flared foul down the left field line again, 0-2. Benjamin Sems entered the ball game batting .341, 14 for his first 41 at-bats. Hasn't homered, but he had 4 RBIs coming into today. 30 pitches deep for McCarville through an inning and a 3rd. The 0-2 to Sems. Up and away, ball 1. The Gatemen have tallied crooked numbers in each of the first 3 innings. A 4 spot in the first, a 5 spot in the second. 2 runs across in the 3rd. The 1-2. Ground ball, sharply hit, right side of the infield, picked up by the first baseman Gill. Steps on the bag as the run comes home. Benjamin Sems does his job, gets the RBI, as McCarville gets the second out of the bottom of the 4th. 12-0 Gatemen.
Sems picks up his 5th RBI of the season, and you said it, he's not going to like it. It's another ground out. He's 0 for 3, but you make it 12-0.
First pitch taken low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes to Matt Rudick. 12 runs across for the Gatemen, the most they've scored in a ball game in a year. Chopped on the ground, right side of the infield, picked up by the first baseman Gill, takes it to the bag himself, and that'll do it for the bottom of the 4th. But the Gatemen put up 1 more run, extend their lead 12-0. And we're through 4. Gatemen rolling so far. Orleans will have a chance to respond when we return. Stick around on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Office Technology Group is a southeastern Massachusetts source for advanced digital copiers, printers, and document solutions. From Toshiba to Epson and everything in between, they've got you covered. Shop now at otgne.com. Large enough to serve, small enough to care. Shop from home year-round on gatemen.org. You can customize your Gatemen gear from any device, anywhere. We offer a large selection of apparel and unique gifts 24/7, 365 days a year. Hard to find sizes, colors, and styles. Youth clinic registration also available. Visit us today and remember us for holiday gifts at gatemen.org.
Gatemen Baseball is officially sponsored by Robertson's GMC, the truck professionals. Located just 2 miles away on Cranberry Highway, Robertson's GMC, we are professional grade, power like a pro.
It's been an eventful ball game at Spillane Field. 12-0. Gatemen leads Orleans. To see what else is going on around the league, let's send it over to our producer, Javik Blake.
Thanks, guys. 5 games in action tonight. 5 other games in action tonight around the Cape. Falmouth already beat Chatham 3-2 earlier today. Brewster leads YD 11-7 in the top of the 8th inning. Bourne leads Harwich in the bottom of the 6th inning 3-0. Chatham leading Falmouth in game 2 of their doubleheader 6-2 in the bottom of the 5th. And the one other game on the Cape from McKeon Park, Katuitt leads Hyannis 4-3. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Javik. 12-0 here at Spillane Field. Gatemen all over Orleans. Slapped on the ground through the left side of the infield. A base hit to lead off the 5th for Raymond Gill. Just the second hit of the night for the Firebirds. The first one since the 2nd inning. Ian Bedell has been cruising. But Raymond Gill stands on first with nobody out. First time they've gotten the leadoff man on.
And that other hit by the man at the plate, Eddie McCabe.
Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Javik Blake, Ryan LeMay also with you. Pitch low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. 12-0 Gatemen. Runner on first, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning, Eddie McCabe, 1 for 1. The pitch catches the outer corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. McCabe from Norwalk, Connecticut. Played last summer in the NECBL. Did play for Orleans, but only 1 game. That was a memorable game. Went 2 for 4, stole a base, had a triple, had 2 RBIs, pitch away. 2 balls and 1 strike. And he walked. Not a bad debut. And then Orleans decided, you know what? We want this guy. Let's bring him back. The 2-1. Over the inside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. But before playing for Orleans, he played in the New England League for the Danbury Westerners. Had a pretty good summer. Batted .368, 3 homers, 21 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. Cuts on 1 and misses. A good breaking ball off the fingers of Ian Bedell for the first out of the top of the 5th. And a strikeout. Strikeout brought to you by Lang, Safaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. Strikeout number 6 for Ian Bedell. Runner on first with 1 away in the top of the 5th.
A little bit of math, 6 strikeouts and 15 batters. I believe that's 40% of the guys he's faced.
Unconfirmed.
He continues to just cruise.
Shea Wickham, the new batter, throw back to first. Gill back to the bag. Gill proved to be the difference in the first 1-0 victory in Orleans, the first half of that doubleheader. Both scores ended in 1-0. Cracked in the air, deep to left center field. Otsuka going back, Ward going back. It's over the head of Braden Ward, the center fielder. Picks it up at the base of the fence. Everybody being held up as Shea Wickham pulls in at second base. 1-out double for Wickham. Raymond Gill stops at third. 2 in scoring position with still 1 away in the top of the 5th.
That ball was crushed to the deepest part of the park. Lands on the warning track out there near the 412 sign. And this is the most trouble Bedell's been in all evening. We'll see if the Missouri Tiger can get out of it. He's in danger of allowing his first run of the summer.
First pitch, check swing, taken downstairs, and a look down to second. David Ovidio went around. Count 0-1. 2 on, 1 away, top of the 5th. The biggest pickle so far that Ian Bedell has been in. Lazy cut and a miss from David Ovidio.
Nobody has come close to touching a curveball tonight for Bedell. I'm not giving Ovidio here a fastball. I'm not even giving Daniels, the 9-hole hitter, a fastball. Get out of this inning with your changeup and your curve.
Bedell comes set at the letters. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Oh, what a big strikeout. And a pretty breaking ball off the hand of Ian Bedell for the second out. Second strikeout of this inning. 7th strikeout for Ian Bedell. Now 2 away in the top of the 5th. And another strikeout brought to you by Lang Exafaris and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 2 away. Zach Daniels, the new batter, 2 in scoring position. Daniels 0 for 1 with the strikeout. First pitch from Bedell. Taken low and away, 1 ball, no strikes. Zach Daniels prone to striking out. Only had 60 at-bats this season at the University of Tennessee. Batted .200. 29 strikeouts in 60 at-bats. That's almost half of them. Does have a lot of power. Hit 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. The 1-0. Check swing taken low. Look down to first, and he did not go around. 2 balls and no strikes. David Vivieros, the first base umpire. Mike Hinojosa, the third base umpire. Ronaldo Cockrum, the home plate umpire. 2 balls, no strikes the count to the number 9 man Daniels, the native of Stockbridge, Georgia. Right on right matchup, the 2-0. Chopped foul. Left of home plate, 2-1. Daniels, the number 48 overall draft prospect in the 2020 draft by D1Baseball.com. He's extremely athletic. Has pop at the plate. And he could field the ball with the best of them. Gatemen over Orleans, 12-0. The 2-1. Cut on, foul tipped into the glove of Del Castillo, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count with 2 away and 2 on in the top of the 5th. Orleans trying to get on the scoreboard. 12-0. The Gatemen all over the Firebirds. Long look in from Bedell. Now comes set at the letters. Kicks, fires, a 2-2. Cracked to deep left field. Otsuka being chased back. He looks up. That ball is off the fence. 1 run comes home to score. 2 runs come home to score. Daniel stops at second. And Orleans gets on the scoreboard. They cut the lead to just 10.
Zach Daniels just timed that one well. I mean, the Tennessee Volunteer has just 7 hits this summer. He's 7 for 40, and that's his first double, second extra base hit. He struggles to hit the ball. But he smacked that one way deep out into left center.
First pitch low and in to Jacob Hurtubise. 1 ball and no strikes.
And that ends the scoreless streak for Bedell. It got up to 19 1/3 innings pitched if you include the 2 outs in this inning.
The 1-0 is lined in the air, right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit in front of Rudick. Daniels being held up at third. A good throw in from Rudick. Cut off, throw down to second. In time to nab Hurtubise on the base paths. What a play from Bedell, tossing it over to second to get Hurtubise. And that's how the 5th comes to an end. Orleans gets on the scoreboard. They tally 2 in the top of the 5th. 2 runs on 3 hits, 1 man left. After 4.5, the Gatemen lead the Firebirds by 10. 12-2 the score. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Toro Otsuka will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th inning. 12-2 the score. Wareham over Orleans. McCarville back on the bump. The 1-0. Hard hit, right side of the infield, on the ground. Sliding dive made by Soretti. Toss over to first in time to retire Otsuka by 2 strides. 1 away. Jonah, Karp, Gabe, Genovesi with you. Back to the top of the order for Wareham. Nobody on base, 1 man out. Braden Ward, the new batter. He's a triple away from the cycle. This is an exciting at-bat. A double, a single, a home run. In that order. Comes to bat with nobody on and 1 away. First pitch from McCarville. Popped up. Not very deep, out to left field. Closing in, Troiani, the left fielder. He's called off by McCabe. McCabe falls to the ground, loses the ball. Wide turn at first from Braden Ward. He has to go back to the first base bag. Throw not in time. And Braden Ward has himself, well, he reaches base. We'll see how we score that. It is a single. 4 for 4, Braden Ward. And he's had at-bats in now 4 of the 5 innings. So still on cycle watch, but continues his scorching hot day. Matt McLean, the new batter. Runner at first, 1 away, bottom of the 5th. Right on right matchup, first pitch from McCarville. Breaking ball, sits in, 0-1. McLean has reached all 3 times he stepped up to the plate. Only 1 hit. That was a double in the 3rd. Hit by pitch, walk, and then a double. Braden Ward off of first. The pitch. Taken downstairs, 1-1. McLean from Tustin, California, 5'9", 175 pounds. Rising sophomore at UCLA. Watches it sit outside, 2-1. Gatemen over Orleans, 12-2. Ward with about 4 steps off the first base bag. 1 away. The pitch. Tapped foul right on top of home plate and off of the foot of Matt McLean. Count evens up, 2-2. Orleans coming into this game 11-6-2 on the season. The Gatemen 10-8-1. Gatemen tops in the Western Division. Orleans 3rd place in the East. But that just speaks volumes about how tough a division the East has been all season. Gatemen are in 1st place in the West. They'd be in 4th out of 5 teams if they were in the Eastern Division. Tapped foul down the first base line. Count holds at 2-2. Orleans had a tough go last year. They missed out on the postseason for the first time since 2007. Never compiled a 3-game win streak all season. They're coming into this game having dropped 2 straight. And that's their first 2-game losing skid of the season. The 2-2. Rolled left side of the infield, past the glove of McCabe, the shortstop, and into left field. Matt McLean pulls in at first. Braden Ward stops at second. and the table set with one away in the bottom of the 5th. Back-to-bat singles for the Wareham Gatemen. Jacob Teeter will be the new batter. Teeter made a nifty play in the field to end the last half inning, cutting off a throw, throwing down to second to retire Jacob Hurtubise on the base paths, who was a little overzealous going first to second on a hard-hit line drive into right center field. First pitch to Teeter, sits inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Teeter in the batter's box tonight. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles. The first one came in the first, second one came in the second, then he grounded out in the third. Bats here with McLean off of first and Ward off of second. The pitch from McCarville sits low and away. 2 balls, no strikes to Teeter with Adrian Del Castillo on deck. 2 home runs tonight for the Gatemen. Del Castillo has one of them. Braden Ward has the other. He stands off of second. The pitch. Misses inside. 3 balls and no strikes. The Gatemen have scored in each of the first 4 innings. Only one away here in the 5th. Pitch just catches the inside corner, 3-1. Ronaldo Cockrum calling the balls and the strikes. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. One away, bottom of the 5th. The 3-1. Hard hit, but foul down the first base line on the ground. Full count, 3-2. A pretty night here at Spillane Field. It was hot. Now not so much. It's cooled down about at least 5 degrees since the first pitch around 6:45. Now hovering around 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us on the Gatemen Baseball Network. The payoff pitch on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Teeter didn't like it. He was about to walk down to first. But after McCarville fell behind, 3 balls and no strikes, ends up striking out Jacob Teeter for the second out of the bottom of the 5th. Big strikeout for McCarville. Trying to keep the Gatemen off the scoreboard for the first time today in any inning. First pitch to Adrian Del Castillo. Taken on the outside corner, strike 1. Del Castillo stepped up to the plate in the first inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. The 0-1. Chopped foul down the first base line, 0-2. It was the first time this season he batted with the bases loaded, and safe to say he made the most of it. Hit a grand slam. His 3rd home run of the season to lead the ball club. 2 on, 2 away, bottom of the 5th. Gatemen by 10. The pitch. Fouled off right into the backstop. Count holds at 0-2. The 12 runs today for the Gatemen, the most they've tallied this season. They beat Brewster 11-0 earlier this year. The most they've tallied in a game in their history was 17. They did that last year. Cut on and miss, strike 3. Adrian Del Castillo goes down on strikes. McCarville gets back-to-back strikeouts to get out of a jam in the 5th. Gatemen leave 2 stranded, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. After 5, Gatemen all over the Orleans Firebirds, 12-2. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Stick around.
South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesignsinc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout, the 99. Always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen. Trent Palmer takes the bump, first pitch. Taken right down Broadway, 0-1 to Danny Soretti. Ian Bedell's night is over after 5 innings. It's statistically his worst outing of the year, but I mean, look at perspective. Come on. 1-1.
Bedell's final line, 5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 7 Ks. And yes, that's considered his worst outing of the year.
Yeah. Pitch taken inside, 2-1.
His first 3 starts, 14 2/3 innings, scoreless, 3 walks, 13 Ks.
The 2-1 from Palmer sits inside, 3 balls and 1 strike.
And before he allowed the 2 runs tonight, he pitched 4 2/3 innings scoreless. So he got up to 19 1/3 straight innings scoreless to begin this summer.
The 3-1, cut on and missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Soretti 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. Leads things off in the 6th. Max Troiani behind him, Matt Goodhart batting 3rd. The payoff. Slapped left side, backhanded by Sems, makes the diving stop, loops a toss to first, but not in time. It pulls Teeter off the bag. Danny Soretti safe on first with an infield single.
My, oh my, what a diving stop from Sems, and he did his best to get it over there quickly, and throw was a little high. Even if it was on the money, I think that's an infield single for Soretti. That's just a tough play for Sems.
Runner at first. Nobody out. 2nd straight inning. The leadoff man has gotten on for the Firebirds. Last time this happened, the Firebirds tallied 2 runs. Pitch over the outside corner, 0-1. Max Troiani is 0 for 2. Strikeout and a line out. The pitch. Waved at and missed. 0-2. Middle infield back. Corner infielders playing near the lines. Not straddling them. The 0-2. Foul tipped into the glove of Del Castillo, and that's a strikeout. The first of the night for Trent Palmer. First out of the top of the 6th. That strikeout brought to you by Lang, Forrest, and Bullard. Head to alexblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 1 away. Strikeout number 8 of the game for Gatemen pitching. Pitch low and away to Max Goodhart. 1 ball, no strikes. Goodhart batting cleanup, the designated hitter. 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a ground out. The pitch from Palmer, taken downstairs, 2-0. Matt Goodhart, a rising junior at the University of Arkansas, a transfer from San Jacinto Community College. Cuts on a breaking ball and misses all of it, 2-1. Batted .355 back in 2018 in community college. 7 home runs, 43 RBIs. Batted .345 at Arkansas. Laces one down the left field line into the corner, and that'll drop in for a base hit. Max Goodhart pulls in at second base. Danny Soretti stops at third. 2 in scoring position with 1 away. The exact same scenario that the Orleans Firebirds had in the last inning when they tallied 2. Trent Palmer in a bit of a predicament. Raymond Gill, the new batter.
Only difference is last inning there were already 2 outs. Palmer's in a huge jam here, nobody down. And Palmer's been one of the best relief pitchers this season for the Gatemen. We haven't seen him give up a run in his few appearances.
We've seen the dynamic duo of Ian Bedell and Trent Palmer now 3 times this season. Pitch sits outside, 1 ball, no strikes to Raymond Gill. Rather, that's Zach Britton, not Gill. 2 in scoring position. The pitch to Britton. Tapped foul behind home plate, 1-1. Britton 1 for 2. Comes to bat with 2 on. Gatemen by 10. The pitch. Skips inside. Del Castillo sliding over to his right to block it. 2 balls and 1 strike from Palmer. Britton played in the NECBL last summer for the Newport Gulls. Batted .361, 8 RBIs in 22 games. Pitch low and away, 3 balls and 1 strike to Britton. Number 4 player in the state of Indiana coming out of high school. That was back in 2017. Now a rising junior at Louisville. The pitch. Knocked foul, 3-2. Britton batting .269 coming into the game. 7 hits in his first 26 at-bats. Hasn't hit a homer, does have 5 RBIs. Soretti off of third, Goodhart off of second. The pitch from Palmer is chopped to the left side of the infield off the glove of Beaver, the third baseman. It skips into left center field. And Danny Soretti comes home to score as Goodhart stops at third. Zach Britton pulls in at first, an RBI for him, and it's 12-3 Gatemen.
The shortstop, number 4, Eddie McCabe from Georgetown.
It's going to go down as an E5, an error on Dallas Beaver. Eddie McCabe, the new batter, runners at the corner, still just 1 out for Trent Palmer. Long look in from Palmer, now comes set at the letters. Deals the pitch, cut on and missed, 0-1. McCabe struck out in his last at-bat in the 5th. He's 1 for 2. He singled in the 2nd inning. That was the first hit for the Firebirds tonight. Was left stranded in that 2nd inning. The pitch. Waved at and missed. It's off the glove of Del Castillo. Rolls behind him, but not far enough for Zach Britton to advance from first base. Or from Goodhart to score, for that matter. Runners hold at their respective bases, still just 1 away, and the count 0-2 to McCabe. Right on right matchup. Palmer checks the runner at first. Deals from the first base side of the rubber. Pitch low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to McCabe. Shea Whitcomb on deck. McCabe from Georgetown batted .345 as a sophomore this year. 5 homers, 32 RBIs. Takes a pitch upstairs, 2-2. Palmer playing chin music to the shortstop. Still just 1 away in the top of the 6th inning. 3 runs across for Orleans in this game. 1 run across in this inning. They've scored in the last 2. Line drive, loops into right field. Played on a hop by Matt Rudick as another run comes home for the Firebirds. It's now 12-4 Wareham.
And with such a big lead, these first few runs don't seem like a huge deal, but you got to stop the bleeding here shortly. If you're Orleans, you're plenty fine. Maybe you get another run across here in the 6th. You make it a 12-5, 12-6 game, and then you say, okay, we got 9 outs to work with. We've cut the lead, in half if they can get 2 more runs here in this inning. Couple of big at-bats for Trent Palmer here.
Still a lot of baseball to be played. McCabe off of first, Britton off of second. First pitch is fisted to shallow right field. Whitcomb is retired by Matt McLean, who makes the catch over his shoulder. The second baseman going out to the edge of the outfield grass to retire Wickham on one pitch. David Avidia, the new batter. Still runners on first and second, now 2 away in the top of the 6th. Avidia 0 for 2. Popped out and struck out. Looks to keep the inning going, an inning that has seen 2 runs come across for the Firebirds. First pitch on the inside corner, 0-1. Britton off of second, Eddie McCabe off of first. Britton reached on an error. McCabe singled. 3 hits in the inning for the Firebirds. Pitch darts over the outside corner, a fastball, 0-2. First 2 runs of the season allowed for Trent Palmer after Ian Bedell allowed his first 2 runs of the season. The 0-2. Upstairs, ball 1. Avidia was the 7th strikeout for Trent Palmer, or for Ian Bedell, rather. Palmer has 1 strikeout in the inning. The 1-2. Sits outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the catcher Avidia, the number 8 batter. Rising junior at GCU. Batted just .198 with 4 homers, 29 RBIs this season. He hit over .500 in his high school career. So the bat's there, but he's an even better fielder. He only allowed 16 stolen bases in high school. He threw out 43. The pitch to Avidia. Taken outside. Count runs full, 3-2.
Good spot from Palmer there. Pitch may be a little low, but that was definitely on the outside corner. And I thought he got Avidia looking.
Runners will be in motion. It's a 3-2 count with 2 away. Long look in from Palmer. Now comes set at the belt. Deals. Runners go. Pitch. Upstairs. Ball 4. First walk of the game for Trent Palmer. First walk of the game for Wareham pitching. And that loads the bases with 2 away in the top of the 6th. That'll bring up Zach Daniels. And we'll get a meeting on the mound. Jim Lawler going out to talk to his relief pitcher, the pitching coach, having a word with Palmer. Well, if you haven't yet, go to gatemen.org. Check out all the youth clinic opportunities, an opportunity to learn from the pros for kids ages 5 to 18. Go to gatemen.org for the full schedule and the registration information.
Much more there, too. Check out Ryan LeMay's articles, our fantastic beat writer. All the pictures you'll see there on Ryan's articles and throughout the website. Fantastic work by Kristen Ostrowski. Social media team does a fantastic job. Check it all out. Wareham Gatemen on Twitter and Facebook.
Take a look.
And Instagram.
We try to provide content throughout the day, not just during game time. We have a whole team of people that work. Pitch right over the heart of the plate, 0-1 to Zach Daniels. Daniels is 1 for 2. He struck out looking back in the 3rd, a 1-2-3 inning for Ian Bedell. Then he doubled in the 5th. The 0-1. Cut on and missed, 0-2. Good pitch from Trent Palmer. Bases are loaded. Britton off of 3rd, McCabe off of 2nd, Avidia off of 1st. And Daniels has pop in his bat. But he strikes out a lot. Behind in the count, 0-2. 2 away in the top of the 6th. Gatemen by 8. The pitch. Cut on and missed, strike 3. Biggest strikeout of the game so far. It comes from Trent Palmer, his 2nd. Strikeout number 9 for Gatemen pitching. Another strikeout brought to you by Langex, Safaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. Trent Palmer stops the bleeding. 2 runs come across in the 6th inning for Orleans. Back-to-back innings with 2 across, and they cut the lead to 8. It's 12-4. As we head into the bottom of the 6th, Gatemen come to bat looking to extend their 8-run advantage. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a unique shopping and dining experience. Whether shopping for a special occasion or just to treat yourself, you'll find what you're looking for in one of the 11 themed rooms. There's also a cafe serving fresh homemade lunches overlooking the extensive gardens. The Ansel S. Gurney House is located at 403 County Road in Marion.
Baseball Factory, which has proudly supported the Cape League for 20-plus seasons, conducts baseball training, tournaments, and showcases at over 1,000 events nationwide, providing players with world-class instruction and help with college recruiting. The Baseball Factory program leads to future success both on and off the field for players in both middle school and high school. It's never too early to start. Learn more at baseballfactory.com.
Dallas Beaver, first man up, takes the first pitch he sees for a strike. 0-1 to begin the bottom of the sixth. It's Dallas Beaver, Mike Antico, and Benjamin Sems, the three due up. Dawson McCarville back on the bump. Left-handed batter, right-handed pitcher, nobody on, nobody out. Gatemen by 8. Pitch skips in the dirt, sits outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Beaver. Beaver 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Not a bad outing for him. One of many players for the Gatemen tonight with multiple hits. Pitch over the inside corner, 1 and 2. Braden Ward has 4 of them. He's 4 for 4. Matt McLean has 2 hits. Jacob Teeter has 2 hits. Adrian Del Castillo has 2 hits. And also Beaver. The 1-2. Tapped foul. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jonah Karp with you, alongside Javik Blake, our producer, who did a wonderful Around the Cape hit in the middle of the ball game. The debut of the mid-game Around the Cape. It's usually during the pregame. The 1-2. Sits low, 2 and 2. But I like the more involvement we get and the more curveballs we could throw at the audience to keep them engaged. I love it.
Well, the audience is getting engagement tonight, especially in the first 4 innings from the Gatemen.
Pitch inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Beaver.
4 in the first, 5 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth. I mean, you can't ask for a better offensive night than that. And it's really started with Braden Ward.
The payoff. Lifted in the air out to left center field. Troiani going back. He looks up. That ball is gone. Dallas Beaver goes yard to begin the 6th inning. 3rd home run of the night for the Wareham Gatemen, and they're up 13-4. Well, it took a little while to see. Waiting for a call from the umpires, but we got it. A little bit delayed, but the Gatemen extend their lead by 9. Another home run brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil.
And that delay was because as soon as it went over the fence, there's a row of bleachers, about 20 rows up of bleachers that are all metal.
Pitch inside, 1 ball, no strikes to Antico.
So it hit off that first row of bleachers and came back onto the field of play, and the center fielder, Hardabees, went after it, obviously.
The 1-0. Taken inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
And it was the third base umpire, Mike Hinojosa, who finally said, no, that did in fact go over the yellow line. That's a home run. Even though the ball was in play, they get back to a fan in the outfield.
McCarville deals and fires 1 over the outside corner, 2-1.
So this is starting to look like a telephone number for the Gatemen here tonight. 452-101, the runs by inning.
The 2-1, sharply hit right side of the infield, played on a hop by Soretti, the second baseman, tosses out Mike Antico for the first out. Antico now 0 for 3. Thought we stopped giving away our telephone numbers on air. That was the agreement. Benjamin Sems, the new batter. He's 0 for 3. 3 groundouts tonight, including a double play back in the second. Nobody on, 1 away. First pitch misses inside, 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, the first 5 innings have read like a zip code, including the 6th inning. It's starting to look like a telephone number. It's just the Gatemen offense tonight has been absolutely relentless.
The 1-0. Taken inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
And that's something you thought you wouldn't expect from an Orleans team that, coming into this week in general, had the best ERA in all of the Cape, but 8 runs, 2 8-7 losses to Chatham in back-to-back games.
The 2-0. Sharply hit again, right side of the infield, backhanded by Soretti. Tosses over to first to retire Benjamin Sims. 2 nifty plays by the second baseman Soretti, and now there's 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
2 back-to-back 8-7 losses, giving up 13 runs tonight. Their pitching just hasn't been there, and they don't score a lot of runs. Their runs is just about in the middle of the pack for the Cape League, but their pitching's being exposed, and they haven't been scoring enough runs these last 2 games, coming up 1 run short 2 nights ago, 1 run short last night, and tonight, well, they're about a touchdown short of tying this one up.
Touchdown and a safety, down by 9. First pitch to Rudick. Over the inside corner, 0-1. Orleans coming off an 8-7 loss to Chatham. They're now 0-4 against Chatham and YD this season. The 2 leading teams in the Eastern Division pitch inside 1-1.
And the funny thing about last night for the Orleans Firebirds against the Chatham Anglers, Chatham ran out of pitching. They have a doubleheader today. They didn't want to use more than 2 guys, and they ended up just 1 out short. Their last guy couldn't get 1 more out.
The 1-1. Lazy swing and a miss, 1-2.
Good pitch there in the inside corner. But they were 1 out short last night. They brought in Jorge Arenas, a position player, usually plays in the outfield for him, into pitch. He threw a fastball and a curveball he learned just 15 minutes earlier in the bullpen.
The 1-2. Laced foul and out of play. Count holds at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
His fastball was sitting around 88, 89, 90 miles an hour, so a good fastball. But out of nowhere, he threw a curveball that he learned 15 minutes ago.
1-2 the count to Rudick. Pitch skips in the dirt. 2-2.
I guess that's welcome to summer ball, right?
Yeah.
Former 2-way player, learns a curveball 15 minutes before in the bullpen, goes out, gets the save.
2-2. Misses inside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's got to be awfully rewarding.
100%. If you're Tom Holliday, you're loving it. All of a sudden, Jorge Arenas comes out of the pen and saves the game for you.
The 3-2. Tapped foul. We'll do it again at a 3-2 count. You must be walking off that mound feeling like you're the smartest man in the world. Learning a curveball 5 minutes earlier and then striking out somebody with the curveball. I mean, come on.
You have pitchers who spend years working on their curveballs.
Right.
He learned in 10 minutes.
The 3-2. Chop toward the center of the diamond. Another stop by Soretti. It's off of his glove, and it rolls into center field. Soretti had to run a country mile toward the center of the diamond to go get that. Almost made a good play on the backhand, but it ended up banking off the heel of his glove. And that's going to be a single for Matt Rudick. First hit of the night for Rudick. Sorry, go ahead, Javik.
That should be a single, as I was saying. But first single of the night for him, first hit of the night for him, and that should be a single. That's a long way to run to Servideo. He took it off the chest almost like a catcher, blocking a baseball, went towards center field. Nothing you could do about it, especially with Rudick's speed. Able to get to first.
First pitch to Otsuka catches the inside corner, 0-1. I mentioned that Orleans is now winless against Chatham and YD this season, the 2 top teams in the Eastern Division. They faced the Red Sox in back-to-back games on Saturday and Sunday. Rudick takes off. The ball skips behind Avidia, and Rudick makes it safely to second base without a throw. 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 9 man, Otsuka.
Vedia just a little late getting the glove down. When you go to block a ball, the last thing to go is usually, or the first thing to go is usually your glove. For him, it was the last thing to go, and it went right through the 5-hole. Never something that's fun to happen when you have a ball go right through the 5-hole. Everything's set up, everything's perfect with the glove, just a little bit late. It's almost like he expected to go up to his chest, but it just stayed down.
The 1-1. Taken inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
With what we were saying about Chatham and YD, that they are winless against him, that win last night for Chatham propelled them into first place in the Eastern Division. Orleans now in a tie for second, but if the playoffs started today, maybe the 3rd seed in the Eastern Division.
The 2-1 chopped right side of the infield over the first base bag, but foul. Count evens up 2-2. Dawson McCarville now up to 78 pitches out of the bullpen. 2 away in the bottom of the 6th with the runner on second. Gatemen leading by 9. They scored 9 between the first 2 innings combined. Scored 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 1 here in the 6th. Looking for more, Matt Rudick stands off second base. McCarville deals. The pitch to Otsuka. Tapped foul. Rolls to the backstop. Count holds at 2-2.
And what a 180 this team has done since they went into Orleans. They lost back-to-back 1-0 games. The first one on a walk-off, the second one on a home run in the middle innings that ended up going out. And that's why they lost. But since then, they've been on an absolute tear. Their offense, besides that little 3-game losing stretch, their offense has been on fire.
The 2-2. Taken inside, ball 3.
And it seemingly started with Braden Ward, Jacob Teeter, Matt McClain doing some good stuff. Adrian Del Castillo hitting bombs per usual. The grand slam tonight, his 3rd of the season. Dallas Beaver doing some great things. And then also Toru Otsuka. He hasn't done a bad job in that 9-hole these last 2 games.
The pitch to Otsuka. Laced foul, left side. Count holds at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Otsuka looking for a multi-hit night. 5 different Gatemen have multi-hit nights. Otsuka's reached base multiple times. He's singled in the 2nd, walked in the 3rd. 1 for 2. Rudick off of second base. A 3-2 count with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. 1 run home in the inning. Line drive, softly hit, dumps into left field for a base hit. Played by a couple hops by Troiani. Rudick being waved around. He'll easily score from 3rd. 14-4. Gatemen continues to steamroll the Firebirds. An RBI single for Toru Otsuka. Still with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
Just fantastic piece of hitting. 3-2 count, get it on the outside corner, slaps it towards the left center field gap, gets on first base. Just absolutely perfect. And he has that traditional Japanese swing that we see from many ball players. His dad, Akinori Otsuka, he now coaches the Chinuchi Dragons in the Nippon Professional Baseball League. That's what you see a lot of those speedy guys out in Japan do. We saw with Ichiro for forever.
First pitch to Braden Ward, sits downstairs, 1-0.
And well, that worked out pretty well for Ichiro throughout his career. We've seen it a lot with the speedy guys who come over from Japan into America to play in Major League Baseball. And since his dad played in Japan for a number of years, coaches there now, it's something he seemed to have taken over.
The 1-0. Taking over the inside corner, 1-1. Otsuka stands off first base. Still 2 away. 2 runs home here in the bottom of the 6th for the Gatemen. 4 different innings. And the Gatemen have tallied multiple runs. They've scored in 5 of the 6. The pitch to Braden Ward. Misses the inside corner, 2-1. Ward 4 for 4. And this is an exciting at-bat. He's on cycle watch. A double in the 1st, a single in the 2nd, a home run in the 3rd, and then he singled again in the 5th. Meeting on the mound. 14-4. The Gatemen leading the Firebirds. The Gatemen have yet to beat the Firebirds. This is their last opportunity, as this is an interdivisional game. They've played 3 games. The first one ended in a tie. The next 2 were played at Orleans. That was a doubleheader. Back-to-back shutouts. Back-to-back 1-0 games. And that was the first time the Gatemen were shut out in back-to-back games in 4 seasons. And what a response here. Their best offensive output in a contest in 12 months.
Absolutely fantastic. You can't have anything more from what this offense is doing tonight. They're getting the timely hits. They got a grand slam, which very timely hits. It's just been a fantastic turnaround of this offense, and Toru Otsuka just tapping along with it.
A 2-1 count to Braden Ward. Matt McClain would be next if Ward can keep the inning alive. Otsuka off of first. He reached on an RBI single. McCarville from the letters. Chopped right side of the infield, slowly hit. Ward could beat this out. Fielded by the first baseman, Gill. Tossed to first, not in time. Braden Ward. He's got jets. Hustling down the first base line. He's 5 for 5. And there's runners on first and second for the Wareham Gatemen with Matt McClain in the batter's box. Holy moly. He could fly.
That is an understatement. an absolute, just amazing performance from him tonight.
First pitch to McLean, sits outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
And to quote the BT Sport broadcasters who cover the London series, he's been absolute box office tonight for the Gatemen. 5 for 5. He's showing off his speed. The only thing he's missing is a few stolen bases, and it'd be the absolute perfect night.
Taken inside, 2 balls, no strikes to McLean. You love that phrase.
It might be my new favorite phrase in baseball. I've never heard it before, and just a fantastic call.
Absolute box office. Putting on a show. Stands on first. The 2-0. Taken over the outside corner, 2-1 to McLean.
Matt McLean, he's not having too bad of a night either. A single, a double, a walk, and a hit by pitch. So his OBP very happy tonight. Got on base 4 times, hoping to make it 5 for 5 getting on base.
The 2-1. Lifted in the air to the right corner, and that's going to plunk in for a base hit. McLean rounds first, takes a wide turn. He'll pull in at second, and 1 more run will come home for the Gatemen. Otsuka comes home to score. Braden Ward stops at third, and the Gatemen have 15 runs with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th.
And we're going to get a pitching change here with the Gatemen chasing after that 17-run mark that they set last year against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. They won that game 17-4, the most runs they've scored since at least 2010. And he'll take the ball from him, and we'll get a pitching change. But what a night for the Gatemen offense. They have just not stopped hitting. This is unbelievable.
McCarville gets the call out of the bullpen. He goes 90 pitches and exits with 2 away in the bottom of the 6th. The Gatemen have their largest lead of the night on top by 11, 15-4. And we'll get a pitching change. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
The 99 Restaurant is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit them in Centerville, Falmouth, Mashpee, Wareham, or Yarmouth this summer and try some local flavor from the winner of the Cape Times Best Restaurant for Takeout. The 99, always the real deal. The Wareham-based 80 Makepeace Company, founded in 1854, is the world's largest cranberry grower and the largest private property owner in eastern Massachusetts. The company supports organizations like the Wareham Gatemen and projects like the outdoor cranberry bog classroom that you may have passed on your way in. Visit admakepeace.com to learn more. The 2019 Cape League All-Star Game will be played at Eldridge Park, home of the Orleans Firebirds. Mark the date on your calendar, Sunday, July 21st. Game time is 6 p.m., but the gates open at 2. One highlight will be the home run hitting contest. There will also be an autograph session and a large merchandise village with items from many of the teams. Be sure to buy your tickets now right here at the merchandise stand. Tickets are just $5, and part of the proceeds will support our Wareham Gatemen.
Stop by the Ansel S. Gurney House, where you will find a
baseball factory program leads to future success both on and
4. One of now 6 different Gatemen with multi-hit nights. 2 singles, a ground out, a strikeout. The 0-1. Line back up the middle. It's off of Kokoska. It sits in the air. Kokoska picks it out of the air. What an incredible play from Zach Kokoska. It banked off the numbers on his back. It just floated in the air for about a second and a half. Kokoska noticed it and just made the basket catch. Holy moly.
wow. What a way to end the inning.
Well, that's a pitcher's nightmare, but it turned into a dream for Zach Kokoska. Gatemen by 11. They continue to roll. 15-4 after 6. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. Classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. Gatemen by 11. It's 15-4 back here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jonah Karp, Gabe Genovesi with you. Let's send it over to Ryan LeMay, who has more. Ryan?
The offense has been fantastic tonight, but Ian Bedell deserves a lot of credit for his performance. Bedell has been one of the best pitchers on the Cape this season, coming into the game with a perfect 0 ERA in 14 innings of action. Bedell utilized a deceiving curveball and changeup to strike out 7 batters in 5 innings of work, only allowing 2 runs. This was his worst outing of the season, but it didn't seem too bad to me. Back to you guys.
Didn't seem too bad to us either. Thanks so much, Ryan. Well, if you're going to afford a relatively bad outing, and it's all relative because Ian Bedell has been as good as any pitcher in the Cape League this season, this would be the night to do it, when the offense just explodes, their largest offensive output in 12 months. Trent Palmer back on the bump, top of the 7th, back to the top of the order. First pitch taken low and away, 1 ball, no strikes to Jacob Hurtubise. Trent Palmer statistically has also had his worst outing of the season, giving up 2 runs, fouled off 1-1. Hurtubise 1 for 3. Got a little over ambitious on the base paths. Hit a hard line drive into right center field that he tried to advance to second on. As he takes a pitch inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And he was thrown out. Jacob Teeter cutting it off, tossing it into second to retire Hurtubise on the base paths to end the 5th. Laced down the left field line, and that'll drop foul. 2-2. We have a defensive change. Dallas Beaver no longer at third. Chad Stevens, the new man at the hot corner. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-2 the count. Palmer delivers. High chopper left side of the infield. Stevens waits. First play for him. Strong throw over to first, but not in time. Jacob Teeter made one heck of a stretch over at the first base bag, but Hurtubise beat it out. Hurtubise has speed. We were talking about the wheels on Braden Ward. He's 5 for 5. Hurtubise has wheels himself.
He's now 2 for 4 in his first game as a Firebird.
Beats out an infield single. That's now the 3rd straight inning the Firebirds have gotten the leadoff man on. Nobody out, runner on first. Danny Soretti, the new batter. Palmer checks the runner at first. First pitch outside, 1-0. Soretti has a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. A single in the 6th inning. He was one of those leadoff men that got on. Chops one foul behind home plate. 1-1. Fly ball was retired in the 1st inning. A ground ball that retired him in the 4th inning before singling in the 6th. Hurtubise off of first. The 1-1. Taken on the inside corner. Strike 2. The pitch. Taken low and in. Check swing. Did he go? No, sir. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first. Nobody out. The pitch. Cut on and missed strike 3. It was foul tipped into the glove of Del Castillo. First out of the top of the 7th. That strikeout brought to you by Lang, Safaris, and Bullard. Head to lxblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 1 away. Max Troiani, the new batter. First pitch to him. Taken downstairs, 1 ball and no strikes. Troiani trying to reach base for the first time today. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout victim twice tonight. A line out sandwiched in between. The pitch hits low and away. And Palmer falls behind. 2 balls and no strikes. Troiani entered this contest 21 for his first 63. That's an even .333. 8 RBIs, no homers. The pitch from Palmer. Taken low and in, 3 balls and no strikes. Palmer has 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, has given up 4 hits in an inning and a third. Ian Bedell started the game for the Gatemen. He went the first 5. Palmer misses low and in. Troiani works a 4-pitch walk. Now there's runners on first and second with one away in the top of the 7th. Max Goodhart, the new batter.
The designated hitter, number 2, Matt Goodhart from Arkansas.
And now every Firebird has reached base tonight.
Weird thing to say when you're down 15-4, isn't it?
It is. Runners on first and second. Goodhart reached base on a double in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 3. 9 hits tonight for Orleans. Not a bad offensive night. 4 runs, 9 hits. Cut on and missed, nothing in 1. But this is a Firebirds team that was billed as potentially the top pitching staff in the CCBL. Came into this game with the best ERA among all pitching staffs in the Cape League. Line drive back up the middle, fairly deep. Ward closing in. He makes the catch, taking about a few steps inward to retire Goodhart, 2 away.
The first baseman, number 6.
The earned run average entering this contest was 3.06 for the Firebirds pitching staff. Safe to say that's going to go up a little bit. What a job by the Wareham offense tonight. Pitch downstairs to Zach Britton, 1-0. Statistically, the Gatemen still have one of the best offenses in the Cape Cod League, but you look at the last few games and it doesn't really show it. Lifted in the air, fairly deep, straightaway center field. Braden Ward going back, still back. He looks up at the wall, makes the catch with his back turned toward the wall. Braden Ward backtracking toward the fence, makes the catch on the run to retire Zach Britton on the long flyout to end the top of the 7th. We're through 6.5, and we've hit stretch time here at Spillane Field. The Firebirds leave 2 stranded. Nobody comes across in the top of the 7th inning. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left on. After 6.5, it's 15-4. Gatemen over Orleans. We'll be right back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Soft as a Grape has 10 retail locations on Cape Cod. So even when you're cheering on your Gatemen at any away games, stop into a Soft as a Grape store for the best Cape Cod products. No trip to the Cape is complete without a trip to Soft as a Grape. South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesigns.inc.com for all your signage needs.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Austin Love, the new pitcher in for the Orleans Firebirds. Kokoska went a batter. So even though the Gatemen have tallied 18 hits and 15 runs, the Firebirds have more players to reach base. High chopper toward the center of the diamond, picked up out of the air by Love. He tosses over to first, stepping in front of the mound and firing to first in time to retire Del Castillo. 1 away. Adrian Del Castillo now 2 for 5 with 2 groundouts, a strikeout, a grand slam, and a single. 3 home runs for the Gatemen tonight. Chad Stevens will be the batter, coming in for Dallas Beaver. First at bat of the night for Stevens, and the first pitch to him is fouled off, 0-1. Beaver's night is done, going 3 for 4. Led off the last inning with a solo home run. Nobody on, one away, bottom of the 7th. The 0-1. Hits off of the butt of the bat. At first I thought it hit Chad Stevens, but he didn't really move in the box, and Ronaldo Cochran made an emphatic call saying, that's a foul ball. So the count's 0-2 to Chad Stevens. Dallas Beaver was playing third base. Stevens relieved Beaver of his duties over at the hot corner. The 0-2. Lifted in the air. Right field coming on as Daniels makes the catch. 2 away.
Man, Chad Stevens just can't catch a break lately. So many hard-hit balls that happened to find a glove instead of a gap. That ball was a rocket in it. The way it was tailing back toward Daniels. He only had to take 3 or 4 steps to his right. I thought Daniels was going to have to chase that one down in the gap when it first left the bat.
Nobody on, 1 away, or 2 away now. Mike Antico takes it the other way. Dumps one into left field for a base hit. A 2-out single. Antico trying to go 2, and he'll make it safely. Troiani misplayed it out in left field. It's going to be a single and an error for Mike Antico. He's in scoring position with the Gatemen up by 11.
That ball just trickled under the glove of Troiani. Heads up base running by Antico to pay attention and realize he could get into second easily.
Benjamin Sems, the new batter. He's looking to reach base for the first time. The only Gateman to not reach, who started. Chad Stevens is 0 for 1. Pitch upstairs, 1-0. 4 groundouts tonight for Benjamin Sems. All to the right side of the infield. The second one was an inning-ending double play. The 1-0. Tapped foul into the backstop, 1-1. Mike Antico now has his first hit of the night. Now the only Gateman to start the ball game who hasn't tallied a hit is the man in the batter's box right now, Benjamin Sems. The 1-1. Slow tapper, right back to the mound, picked up by Love, goes over to first in time, and Sems is retired on another ground out, now 0 for 5. Gatemen leave one stranded. No one across in the bottom of the 7th. No runs on a hit. 1 man left after 7. Gatemen by 11. 15-4. Gabe Genovesi will have your call when we return on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Stick around.
To the top of the 8th we go here at Spillane Field. 15-4. The Gatemen lead over the Firebirds. Eddie McCabe leads it off for Orleans. Takes a ball high and tight. 1-0. Jeremy Williams, the new pitcher, here in the 8th for the Gatemen. Pitching change brought to you by Bay Point Club. Williams making his first appearance of the season for Wareham as McCabe slices one foul on the first base line. 1-1. Williams, 6'3", 210-pound righty from Nova Southeastern, a Division II school in the Sunshine State Conference. McCabe chops one foul on the third base line. 1-2. With Southeastern this past season, Williams 18 appearances, no starts. 1-2, blooped out to shallow center. Ward, a few steps in, makes the catch. 1 away. And that'll bring up Shea Whitcomb. In those 18 appearances, Williams 4-1 with a 3.58 ERA. Also 2 saves. 37 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up 38 hits. A little over a hit an inning. The righty sets and deals, pitch low, 1-0. 17 runs given up, 15 of them earned. And now, here are the big couple numbers. Just 11 walks, 43 strikeouts for Williams in those 37 2/3 innings pitched. 1-0, misses outside, 2-0. All fairly impressive stuff. Opponents did hit 262 against Williams, that number a little high. 2-0 popped up on the infield. McLean, with his heels on the edge of the grass, loses it and drops it. That ball ended up going about 2-3 feet into the outfield grass, and McLean can't make the catch. E4. Shea Whitcomb reaches. That'll bring up another righty, David Avita. Avita tonight 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch. Catches the outside corner, 0-1. Oh-1, swing and a miss on a fastball on the outside corner, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. David Avita swings and misses. Strikeout number 1 for Williams, and the strikeout brought to you by Lang, Exafars, and Bullard. Head to alexblaw.com to seek a trial attorney in the New Bedford area. 15-4, the Gatemen lead, top 8. Gabe Genovesi here with you alongside Jonah Karp. Zach Daniel steps in from the right side. First pitch. Curveball low and away. Good block by Del Castillo. 1-0. Daniels 1 for 3 tonight. Delivered 2 runs for Orleans. 2 RBI double. 1-0. Checked his swing. He went around on a ball in the dirt. 1-1. The double, however, sandwiched between 2 strikeouts. Strikeout looking in the 3rd, strikeout swinging in the 6th. The double was Daniels' 8th hit of the year. 1-1 hit pretty well and deep out to left center. Ward chases and makes the catch. Speed of Braden Ward pays off once again. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 15-4, the Gatemen lead. We'll be right back on GBN.
Earn a bachelor's or master's degree, complete a certificate, or take a single course through the Division of Continuing Education and Graduate Studies at Curry College. Classes run days, evenings, and weekends in Milton and Plymouth. To learn more about programs in business, criminal justice, education, nursing, and more, visit curry.edu.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
The Wareham Gatemen would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all the Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom, enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves.
We head to the bottom of the 8th here at Spillane Field. 15-4. The Gatemen lead over the Orleans Firebirds. Matthew Rudick, Toro Tsuka, Braden Ward. The 8-9-1 hitters due up here in the 8th.
The New Orleans pitcher is number 45,
Pitching change here for Orleans. Austin Love came in, pitched the 7th.
Number 51, Matthew Rudick from San Diego State.
His night is done. 1 inning pitched for Love. Gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. First pitch to Rudick. Catches the inside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 misses low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. New pitcher for Orleans is going to be Zebulon Vermillion. 1-1, chopped back up the middle towards second. Soretti gloves and now bobbles, and it's going to be an error on Soretti. Got his glove on it, couldn't make the play. Rudick reaches on the air, and that'll bring up Toro Otsuka.
Zebulon, a candidate for best name in the Cape League.
100%.
Zebulon Vermillion?
If you haven't been with us all year long, we've been tossing out a name or two here and there for, we haven't decided yet, an all-name team, best name in the Cape Cod Baseball League. First pitch, high and away, 1-0 to Toro Otsuka. Zebulon Vermillion. What a name. The 1-0. Way outside. 2-0. Otsuka's had a great night. 2 for 3 with a walk and an RBI.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell.
That does. Wow.
Zebulon Vermillion.
2-0 way inside. Otsuka gets out of the way. 3-0. That's great. You should call J.K. Rowling.
She stopped answering my phone calls.
3-0 fastball. Catches the outside corner. 3-1. Otsuka RBI single in the 6th, his last time up. Vermillion sets the pitch. Chop towards second. Soretti gloves, goes to second with it for 1. Over to first, not in time. The Orleans fans that are still here hated that call. That's the first we've heard from the left field bleachers tonight. 1 away here in the 6th, and Otsuka reaches on the fielder's choice.
Passionate fan base. The Firebirds faithful.
Again, 15-4 the Gatemen lead. 15 runs on 19 hits tonight for Wareham. 4 runs on 9 for Orleans. We'll take you around the Cape here in the 8th as well. Couple double headers today. Ward skies 1 foul, 0-1. Chatham beat Falmouth 6-5 earlier today, and now they're up 3-2. Excuse me, that game has also gone final. So Chatham beats Falmouth 6-5, and then I should say Falmouth beats Chatham 3-2. So they split today. The 0-1 in the dirt, and it trickles away from Avidia. Otsuka at second, and Avidia couldn't find the ball for a sec, but finally does. So Otsuka just moves up 90 feet. And I apologize, that was the only doubleheader today. Brewster and YD just played early. Brewster won 13-7. Katuitt up on Hyannis 9-4, so if results hold, Katuitt will stay just 1 point behind Wareham for first place in the West. And Bourne beat Harwich 3-2. So Bourne gets their 7th victory of the year. The 1-1. High and away to Ward, 2-1. And Braden Ward has had an amazing night for Wareham. Despite all the great nights tonight, Ward's had the best. 5 for 5 with 3 singles, a double, and a 2-run home run. The 2-1. Hard ground ball up the middle, a base hit into center field. 6 for 6 is the Washington Husky Braden Ward. Otsuka moves to 3rd. Still just 1 away here in the 8th.
The second baseman, number 10.
This is one of the most impressive things I've seen.
UCLA.
What a night. What a player.
Braden Ward is now 21 for 60 this summer. hitting around 333. First pitch misses inside, 1-0 to Matt McLean. The 1-0. Fastball paints the outside edge, 1-1. McLean, 3 for 3 with a walk and a hit by pitch, including an RBI double in the 6th. So he's reached every time as well. He just reached with a hit by pitch and a walk. Ward has 2 more hits. And boy, did Matt McLean need this night. 0 for his last 13, hitless in 4 straight games. 1-1. Jammed him, fouled off down the first base line, 1-2. Ward, the UCLA Bruin, digs back in. The 1-2 from Vermillion. Low in the dirt, 2-2. The pitch, 2-2, low and away. Count runs full. It's been one heck of a night for Wareham, who has scored in 5 of 7 innings thus far.
Number 20, Jacob Teeter from Florida Southern.
And I apologize, that 2-2 pitch was on the outside corner for strike 3. So in steps Jacob Teeter, first pitch, swing and a miss down low. 0-1, and that's the first strikeout for Zebulon Vermillion, who I can not say his name without laughing now because of Jonah Karp. 0-1, low and away, 1-1.
We're not making fun of his name. It's a very good name. I wish I had the name. We do so much with it. And it's memorable. That's the key to it. You're not going to forget a guy named Zebulon Vermillion.
The 1-1. Curveball chopped right back to the mound. Flip over to Britton at first, and that'll do it for the 8th. We head to the 9th. Wareham up 15-4. No runs on 1 hit, 2 left aboard for Wareham in the 8th inning. 3 outs away from a victory. We'll be right back on GBN.
Struggling with changes in mood, sleep, stress, or a sense of hopelessness? Finding it hard to be the man you want to be? Get the information and tools you need for mental, emotional, and relationship health at massmen.org. Courage starts with the first step.
Get Gatemen gear. Check out the latest styles and colors of your favorite Gatemen apparel. Also in stock, a large selection of Cape League items, including tickets to the All-Star Game. Test your pitching speed and pick up a souvenir ball, all at our merchandise booth.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
Does your insurance agent know you by name, analyze your stats, and help you with your game plan? If the answer is no, then it's time to draft Morse Insurance. Their local team will get to know you, assess your risk, and develop a strategy to protect your home, auto, or business. Visit us online at morseins.com. Hashtag Morse, of course, has your back. We head to the 9th here at Spillane Field, 15-4. The Wareham lead over Orleans. First pitch, swing and a miss. 0-1 to Jacob Hurtubise. Jeremy Williams back out for a second inning of relief. Top three in the order. Due up. The 0-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the eyes. 0-2. 15 runs on 20 hits for Wareham tonight. The 0-2. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wareham left another 10 on base tonight as well. One 2 pitch, misses outside, 2-2. Now the 2-2. Jammed him, one hopper to McLean at second base. Gobbles, throws to first, in time. And Wareham 2 outs away from a victory. In steps Danny Soretti. 1 for 4 with a single today. Orleans 4 runs on 9 hits tonight. First pitch to the lefty. Catches the inside corner, 0-1. The 0-1 just misses inside, 1-1. This is the best night we've seen from the Gatemen offense in some time. The 1-1. Line drive, slicing foul down the left field line. 1-2.
Their record for runs scored in a game came last year. It was 17. Unless Orleans comes back and ties it and pushes it to a bottom half of this inning.
1-2 misses outside, 2-2.
I think they're going to fall just a little bit short tonight.
The 2-2 from Williams. Jammed him again, softly grounded toward Teeter, who just gloves and steps on the bag. Williams has come in and retired 5 of the 6 he's faced, and the 1 base runner was on an error by McLean at second base. In steps Max Troiani with 2 down here in the 9th. Mind you to keep it right here for the post-game show on GBN. I'm going to wrap it up kind of quick tonight, as we talked about the technical difficulties earlier. We're using a laptop that currently has 10% battery left. The 0-1, swing and a miss to Troiani. Excuse me, and that makes the count 0-1. Troiani tonight 0 for 3 with a walk. The pitch, sliced foul on the first base line, 0-2. Troiani came in a .333 hitter, and he's hitless tonight. Not often you see Max Troiani do that. Williams sets on the first base side of the rubber. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ball game over. Wareham 15, Orleans 4. 20 hits tonight for Wareham, and they improve to 11, 8-1, and stay in first place in the West.
Well, there are a lot of games this season that you can point to and say, you know what, the score doesn't really tell the story of the game. This isn't one of those games. The score, I think, accurately depicts the quality of this game, both on the pitching side and the offense.
Final lines tonight, Wareham 15 runs, 20 hits. Did have 2 errors, 10 left on base. Firebirds tonight, 4 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors. They left 8 on base. Ian Bedell gets the win. He goes to 2-0 on the season, deservedly so. Owen Schartz takes the loss. He falls to 1-1 in a game that lasted 2 hours and 31 minutes. Any last thoughts, my friend?
Doubleheader tomorrow. Gatemen now have won 2 straight, looking to keep it red hot.
And that doubleheader will be at Harwich. That's a 3 o'clock start, second game at 5:30 if everything goes as planned, and we'll be on the air at 2:30 tomorrow from Harwich as the Gatemen win and stay in first place in the Western Division. Once again, your final lines: Firebirds, 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on base. The Gatemen, 15 runs, 20 hits, 2 errors, 10 left on base. Ian Bedell win. He goes to 2-0. Owen Schartz loss. He goes to 1-1. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Harwich. For Javik Blake, Ryan LeMay, Jonah Karp, I'm Gabe Genovesi. So long from Spillane Field.